Day and welcome back to Weekend Edition. This is Rehash where we recap the big stories of the week. And we're going to start with East. I understand there was a power outage at DOE.
Yeah, so it was a big commotion this Monday as the Department of Education's central office in Teton was actually disconnected from power by the Guam Power Authority due to a delinquent bill. So, we all know that if you're delinquent around 2 months for your power bill, then you will be disconnected, and that includes government agencies. So DOE owed a few $1,000,000 and was able to work with the Department of Administration and get a $1.7 million payment by 3 p.m. to GPA. So, during the outage occurred at approximately 12 p.m. and they were running on generator power for a few hours, but GPA was able to reconnect DOE by the end of the business day. However, one of the big issues that Senator B.J. Cruz brought up was that DOE has approximately $7 million still in reserves. Due to the 2015 Budget Act, government agencies are supposed to hold 3% of their budget in reserve, and so that's been an issue facing DOE, but they were able to work together and get the power back on. And so can I know that I should be expecting a $7 tax refund?
Speaking of millions, the governor's office announced this week that over $54 million in refunds will be sent out in the mail. This is for tax refunds and earned income tax checks that covers about 25,000 taxpayers. So we always get asked on it on Facebook, probably in public too, when the refund's going to be paid out. And apparently they're going to be paid out next weekend. This comes less than a month before the October 15th deadline, which was set through a permanent injunction that requires the government to pay tax refunds 6 months after the April 15th deadline. So they're way ahead of that. And the governor, when I was speaking with him, he said this marks the third year in a row where GovGuam was able to pay all tax refunds without borrowing. So he called it monumental. It seems big for anyone receiving a tax refund. So
and lunch is on East next week.
$7.
All right, looking forward to
that. So Drew is our social media producer. What are you up to?
Well, I've been working a lot with Periscope, which is an app you can download. It's owned by Twitter, and it's like live streaming off your mobile device or maybe your tablet. And every day at 5:30, I come in with Jason Solis's iPad and I bug you guys, about what's the stories. And we call it a Primetime Primer. You can download the app. It's on the App Store for iOS, and you can get it on Android as well. And you can get the news before the 6 p.m. TV.
And you can also show us some love with the hearts.
And I've been doing a lot of Snapchat stuff. Follow us there, KUAM News Snapchat. You'll get behind the scenes. You'll get all kinds of stuff. I'm busy around here.
And there's a lot happening here at KUAM.
That's right.
And as for me, it was an interesting week. Congresswoman Madeline Bordalio's longtime chief of staff, he resigned. His name is John Witt. He's been working as her chief of staff for the last 13 years. And he's also worked under other politicians, Robert Underwood, Carl Gutierrez. But his resignation follows administrative leave, and which was prompted by his arrest 5 months ago in the state of Maryland. It was a misdemeanor offense. It was exactly a sex offense. It's a 4th-degree sex contact misdemeanor, and this isn't his first run-in with the law. But in order to, making sure that the congresswoman's able to fulfill her duties as Guam's delegate, he agreed to be put on admin leave. And then he resigned Friday morning, as she stated in a press release. But this wouldn't be his first run-in with the law. He's very experienced with politics, but he also has a growing rap sheet. In the 80s, he was arrested for he pleaded guilty to offensive touching of a crewman of the USS San Jose in a Guam hotel, and also in the 90s, he was accused of molesting 3 midshipmen. And so, until his case settles, he might be out of the system for a while. He might be out of the spotlight for a while. But for you at home, we love to hear from you. Social media, you can message Drew here, Periscope, Snapchat, whatever.
Twitter, I'm on Twitter as well. Send me the DMs.
We also love to hear from you via Facebook, and you can email any of your news tips to reporters at KUAM.com. More when Weekend Edition returns.